now won 3 straight basketball games as they go into Brooklyn and beat the Nets 123-117. And they've won 3 straight, as I said. They're 10-12 now on the season. And they beat James Harden. They beat Kyrie Irving. And they beat half of Kevin Durant. Half of Kevin Durant. What do you mean? Well, if you didn't watch the game, Kevin Durant, I'll get to that stuff later. Because that's the fun stuff. Those are things that I want to rant about a little bit, all right? But let's get to this basketball game because it was a very good game for the Toronto Raptors. I talked about in the last couple of videos how they needed those 2 wins against Orlando. Not really, to beat them down to show their dominance, but more or less just feel good again, right? They lost 3 straight before that. They weren't in a good space. They go out there against Orlando in those 2 games. You win both, including Fred hitting the franchise record 54 points. Didn't have the same type of game today, and you felt good. You go into Brooklyn, right? They're all cocky and they think they're all hot and all that garbage, right? And the Raptors go in there and right out of the gate are flying. And they don't stop. I think there was like one stretch in the second quarter where they struggled. They were turning the ball over. They were missing shots. They weren't playing great defense. But other than like that 5-minute stretch, the Raptors played a real good basketball game and they come away with the victory. All right? Let's get to the numbers here real quick. First quarter, like I said, the Raptors got out guns a-blazing. 34-23. And we find out before the game, Kevin Durant, close contact, not able to start in the game today. Could come off the bench if everything clears okay. All right, mid-first quarter, he comes back, and we're like, great. Okay, well, that was short-lived, but the Raptors had the lead by 11 after one, 34-23. You could have not pictured it any better in the first for the Raptors. Your offense is flowing. You're playing great defense. Got to keep your foot in the gas pedal. Well, in that second quarter, as I mentioned, they have that struggle. They allow 40. At one point, I think I counted it 5 consecutive possessions with threes for the Brooklyn Nets. 40, but the Raptors still scored 33. However, you were only up by 4 at halftime. I think my math is always terrible, but you guys can maybe help me out there. I think that's correct. And you go into the second half, you're not up by much. You got to find a way to get this victory, and it's not going to be easy. In that third quarter, Raptors lose it by 2, 27-25, but midway through the third quarter, Durant leaves again. And I'm thinking, hold up, wait a minute, for health and safety protocol, why was this idiot allowed to play in the first place just to take him out? Oh, I know. It's all about money, people. That's all it is. It's TV ratings. The NBA is a slimy league. We all know that. We all do. Come on. And look at the way this game started, guys. He wasn't going to come out. He wasn't going to start the game. And what if Brooklyn ran us through the building in that first quarter? You think Durant would have went out there? Possibly not. But the Raptors were up by like 15 midway through the first quarter. And they're like, okay, yeah. You ever seen the movie The Benchwarmers? Where one team's getting absolutely slaughtered and they call in the, I forgot which flag it was. Dominican, something like that. The guy from the guy with I Am 12. You guys seen that movie? And he comes in and lights you up. Why? Because you needed it, right? But he shouldn't have been there, but you needed it. Now, I'm not saying that was the case with Kevin Durant, but all I'm saying, you were down by a lot. He comes in, things go great, they get the lead back. However, then he gets, I don't know what happened, I don't think they got a call saying, hey, he should not be out there. Whatever the case may be, because you got to remember, we're on national TV here, right? We're on national TV in the States. You got Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving out there. We all know it's a superstar-driven league. So, in my opinion, that's quite possibly the reason that happened. Now, why he got pulled in the third quarter, I don't know. But if it comes down, if we hear that he has attracted COVID and he got the positive test, and let's say 2 more guys in the Nets get cases and some of the Raptors, I will be like, the NBA better get sued or they better get something done to them. Because they chose to do this for the ratings and for the money or whatever the case. They put their players and coaching staff in jeopardy because of that. Because of some ego. He played half a game. Maybe not even that. It's pretty sad. But then Kevin Durant leaves the game, and we're all thinking to ourselves, okay, well, the Raptors, they're hanging around here. They might be able to come back, right? Obviously, -2 in that third quarter, but a big spin around fading shot at the buzzer to end the third quarter by Pascal to keep the Raptors in front by 2 heading into the fourth. And in that fourth quarter, they make some big shots. Things aren't going too great at this point, but then people start knocking down threes for the Raptors. We're like, okay, all right, they start going here. But in that final 4.5 minutes, the Toronto Raptors outscore the Nets 20-10. That right there, on the road, even though there's no fans in the stands, is championship caliber basketball, if you ask me. Beautiful job by the Raptors. Incredible defense. Great offense when you need to, especially from your court general, Kyle Lowry. What a game for him today. He was fantastic. After the triple-double against Orlando, he gets a 30, what did he have? 35 and 7. Unbelievable job for Kyle Lowry. And the Raptors win that fourth quarter 31-27 and win the game 123-117. Big win for the Raptors in the game today. Like I said, they've won 3 straight. They're now 10-12. Let's get to the players' numbers. Aaron Baines, 9 points, 4 boards, shot 4-7, was 1 of 1 from 3. As much as I want to say he played, the numbers, he shot a good percentage. Can we not, forget the fact that he missed probably the other 3 misses? He was 4 of 7. Probably the 3 misses were in tight bunnies that he should be getting. I don't know what's up with Baines, man. I feel like he misses so many of those in-tight, easy shots, and I'm like, what is happening? Those are the things that I kind of pull my hair out when it comes to Aaron Baines. He only played 17 minutes in the game today, and you kind of see why, especially the way Boucher played today. Like I said earlier, Fred VanVleet did not have the game he had against the Orlando Magic. However, he's going to do so many things to help your team win. He had 11 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, shot 4 of 16, 1 of 9 from 3, keeps the streak alive for consecutive games with a 3, and that 3 was one of those 3 points in that 4.5 minute span there in the fourth quarter. So hey, yes, he was 4 of 16, was 1 of 9, but he made a huge 3 in the fourth quarter when your team needed it. And that's the huge part. 2 steals and 2 blocks as well for Fred VanVleet. So like I said, he did so many other things to help this team win. I can't get mad at him, especially since he got 54 in the last game. Now, let's get to our 2 MVPs today. All right? Pascal Siakam, people getting on him. I mean, it's incredible, right? He has back-to-back 30-point performances, and then he has one 12-point performance. People are like, oh, he's terrible. He's terrible. He's garbage. Pascal dropped 33, 11, and 6 today. He shot 12 of 23. He was 9 of 10 from the line. He had 3 steals. He had a denial today. He was fantastic. What can you be mad about now? You just can't be. What a game for Pascal Siakam. He was awesome. He was getting in the paint. He was bodying guys up. He was getting to the free throw line. He was making shots. He was Pascal Siakam of MIP. That was Pascal what we saw today. Fantastic job for him. 3 out of the last 4 games, he's dropped 30 or more. Can we not just give this guy a little bit of a break? Fantastic game for Pascal. And Kyle Lowry, as I mentioned, after having the triple-double against Orlando, drops 35 and 7 today, shoots 12 of 18, 6 of 9 from 3, gets 2 steals in the game today. And has the NBA not learned? When you make this guy bleed and you get him all angry and pissy, that's not good for the opposing team. Lowry gets that bloody eye, it was cut underneath his eye, gets that Band-Aid on. Whenever he does that, I'm like, okay, this might get real funky out here. And Kyle just dials it in. Knocks down big 3 after big 3 in the fourth quarter. Does incredible all game long. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the court general for the Toronto Raptors and the best Raptor of all time. No doubt. Beautiful job for Kyle Lowry. And even Norman Powell, and he got a cut under his eye, but that was actually a slap in the face, literally. So I don't know how that wasn't called, but whatever the case may be, he gets the cut under his eye. He has 18 points and 5 boards, shoots 7 of 13 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. He had 5 straight games, or was it 3 straight? I can't remember. I think it was 5 straight games of 20 or more, and then obviously it ended today, but he had 18. Still a great job for Norman Powell, doing a hell of a job for this team. What a game for him. And Chris Boucher, guys, we've all talked about it lately, the struggles that he has had finishing at the rim and knocking down shots. The confidence is there, but he's just having a tough time finishing. What a game for him today. All right, 17 points, 9 boards, 8 of 14 shooting, 2 blocks in the game for Boucher. What a basketball game for the Canadian Chris Boucher. Great job. And I have a name, DeAndre Bembry here for his unreal defense today. I mean, he was glued to Harden. He was flying around like crazy. Hell of a job for DeAndre Bembry coming off the bench. Attaboy. Let's get to the numbers here real quick. 50% from the field. 41% from three-point range. 22 dimes. All numbers, beautiful. Also, a couple numbers that I wrote down here as kind of like big numbers here. 64 to 40 in points in the paint. Plus 24 were the Toronto Raptors. And yet the free throw numbers were really down. Interesting. And points off of turnovers doubled. 26 to 13 in favor of the Raptors in points off of Brooklyn Nets turnovers. You made them pay for mistakes. And a lot of those were early on in the basketball game. Great job by the Toronto Raptors. Now, a couple things I wanted to bring up here. I already talked about the KD situation. Right. Kyrie Irving and James Harden were the two guys, obviously, the focal points without Kevin Durant. And the Raptors knew that, and they forced them to pass the ball up. Kyrie and James Harden combined for a total of 20 field goals attempts. Landry Shamet and Jeff Green had 12 and 11 each. You force the ball out of those two guys' hands, and you make the other guys beat you. Did they make some shots? Did Shamet and Jeff Green make some shots? Yeah. They shot 4 of 12 and 4 of 11. I'd much prefer that than watching James Harden and Kyrie Irving take 20 shots each. Great job by the Raptors forcing it out of their hands, making someone else beat you. And even Joe Harris wasn't really great today. He made some threes in the fourth quarter, but other than that, he wasn't really a focal point of the offense at all, even without Kevin Durant there. So a great job by the Toronto Raptors. All right, let's talk about Bruce Brown. Who? Exactly. This knob, this idiot, whatever you want to call him. I think he played in the Bucks back in 2019. I can't remember. That's what I'm trying to get at here. He hit a layup over Norman Powell. Then he decides to flex on him like, I'm huge. No, you're Bruce Brown, and Kyle Lowry made you look like an absolute G-leaguer out there. Just shut your mouth and do a job. But that didn't happen. Bruce Brown flexing up, right? When you're up by 1 or up by 2. You lose by 6. Great job by the Toronto Raptors, guys. I'm so proud of this team. I really, really am. Next game for this Raptor club is tomorrow. It's supposed to be tomorrow, barring any Kevin Durant nonsense. All right? Against the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta. It's an 8 p.m. tip-off there, all right? A little bit of a longer video, but I had a lot I wanted to talk about in this game, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game there this evening, because damn it, that was a good game, smack the like button. I'm spitting all over the place. Yeah, hit the like button if you guys enjoyed it. And the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like? Who's your MVP? Mine, no doubt, is the man himself. That was a little awkward than I thought. The core general, Kyle Lowry. No doubt about it. You can give it to Pascal if you want. He was fantastic as well. But Kyle Lowry with the big shots down the stretch, that's my MVP in today's game. All right? Twitter's down below for myself, guys. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Instagram page is down below, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow as they are taking on the Vancouver Canucks. I think it's a 7 o'clock puck drop at Scotiabank Arena. The Buds looking to keep their point streak alive and continue to play well against a Vancouver club, which is not very good. They're not playing good hockey whatsoever. But the crazy thing about the NHL, you never know what you're going to see from one night to the next, no matter who you're playing. Leafs, Canucks tomorrow at Scotiabank Arena. As for the Raptors, as we mentioned, they're questing it back to 500. Continues tomorrow, 8 p.m. tip-off in Atlanta, taking on the Hawks. Trae Young is questionable, so we'll have to see how that goes. But thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I spit all over the place. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.